Hi, my name's Colton. I'm 22. Here's my plan to retire by 35. Before we get into the how, I think it's important that we briefly explain the why. I feel like the why is important because without it, there would be no purpose of even trying. So let's go back to 2007 when I was 5. My parents divorced before I really got to know my dad, so like the 7% of Americans, I grew up in a single mother household for a good portion of my life. And although we never lived on the streets, we surely weren't well off financially. Living through the more difficult times and seeing her struggle was stressful even on me at times, and I couldn't even begin to understand what was going on. All that being said, she did her best and I could never thank her enough. A few years down the road in 2012, she found my stepdad and they had a kid. So why is that important? Growing up, I saw what it was like to struggle a little bit, and even when my mom found my stepdad and they were making good money, there were still struggles, and as a kid around 11 to 12 years old at the time, I could tell we struggled with money, but I just thought everyone did, and we just never talked about it. That being said, as I got older, I lived on YouTube, watching video after video on finance and money management. From Dave Ramsey to Warren Buffett, I learned very quickly it didn't matter how much money they made, they would always be broke. So around that time, I made a promise to myself. I didn't even have a job yet. Hell, I don't even know if I was in high school. But I promised myself one thing. I will be financially successful and set not only myself up for success, but my kids as well. So without further ado, let's break down the plan. Before we start crunching numbers, let's go ahead and break down my current living situation now. That way you can have a better understanding of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Currently, I live with my wife and we have a mortgage on a home that we will slowly pay off over time. The reason we don't want to be too aggressive on it is because we are locked in at a very low interest rate on the mortgage, so it makes more sense to invest the excess income instead. Secondly, I drive a used car that's been paid off for a few years now and I don't really plan to upgrade anytime soon. I'm going to ride that thing till the wheels fall off. I do have some put up in a high yield savings account and I deposit more in every now and then because I know this car won't last forever and I'd rather be prepared to just go ahead and buy another car with cash when the time comes. If you couldn't tell, I live a frugal life. So now that that's out of the way, let's crunch some numbers. Currently, my bills are around $1,700 every month, excluding food and gas, so I'd say my total expenses are closer to about $2,200. My income sits closer to $5,000 per month post-tax, which leaves me with about $2,800 per month in excess income. I currently have around $80,300 invested, and my magic number for retirement is $700K. So in order to get there in 13 years, I will need to invest $1,750 to hit my goal, assuming I can get a modest 8% return per year. Once I hit my goal, I can withdraw $28,000 per year, or $2,300 a month, 4% of my investment, which will easily cover my living expenses. Even when I get to that point, I'm definitely not done working forever, but I will be free to work on my terms when I want, and if I have kids, I want to spend as much time with my kids as possible to teach them everything I know and watch them grow up and not miss any crucial time with them. Thank you guys for making it all the way to the end. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay frugal. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.